All right, we've now been joined by Kyle Busch, driver for Richard Childress Racing. Kyle, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you spending time with us. We'll now go to the media for questions for Kyle. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll work to get a mic to you, and we'll start in the back with Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. Last 3 years, IndyCar, NASCAR have been at this track racing at the same time. Are you a fan of that weekend? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I would say so. I think it's pretty cool, kind of unique. But, if I'm being selfish, I think many of us drivers and crews and everything else, we'd rather be coming here and racing around the oval and the prestige and the history of what the oval is. Even though we're at Indy, it just doesn't really feel like it's the same thing going the wrong way.
In looking at the schedule for next year, you guys more than likely are going to end up being on the oval, and then this weekend is probably going away, at least here. Is this something you'd like to see incorporated elsewhere, whatever track that is, and it's something that should continue going forward, even if it can't be here?
Well, I mean, that's for way smarter people and higher powers than me to make that decision. So, if it works for IndyCar and it works for NASCAR, then I would say sure. Why not? There's plenty of places that we can do it. We could do it together, stuff like that. You could even do it at Watkins Glen together if you wanted to, where all you got to do is move some cones and the IndyCar guys can run the boot and we can run our normal course, but you can still be on the same essential track during the weekend. So there's definitely plenty of opportunities to continue the camaraderie between the paddocks and garage area to have an IndyCar NASCAR double.
All right, Kelly.
KellyCrandallRacer.com. Kyle, you've been very outspoken in the past about restarts on road courses into turn one, particularly, whether it's here or COTA. With the restart zone being backed up between 13 and 14 this weekend, is there any optimism that will help at all for turn one?
Possibly a little bit. I think the only other way to help it even more would just call it right now and just go single file, and make it single file starts going down the front stretch into turn one. You've got to separate these guys and give them some separation because they have absolutely no respect and they just drive over each other. We see it every week. We see it on ovals. Blaney wanted to be mad last week, and yet he crashed me and he almost crashed the 7, and he's mad. So it makes no sense. But fact of the matter is everybody goes down into turn one. They know you got to be on the inside, and you just pile drive through from the inside and push people off.
On the single file restarts, Elton had said on Sirius earlier this week that is something they will keep in their back pocket for this weekend, not just for weather. So you would like them to consider that more, maybe on these road courses, that if it looks like it's getting out of control, kind of save you guys from yourselves?
1,000%, no question. Yep, got to make the call. Don't be afraid to make the call.
All right, go ahead.
Steven Stump, frontrust.com. Kyle, to add on to that, in addition to the road courses, especially the ones with the wide turn ones, any late race caution can often, lead to some pretty chaotic results. You mentioned, being in support of single file restarts in that case. Would you be supportive of single file restarts really with like under 10 to go in any race?
No, I don't think so. Obviously, yes, it would be easier if you're the leader, but it would probably diminish the show. So we're an entertainment business. I'm learning, and we want to be able to put on whether it's a good show or a bad show, that's debatable between opinions, right? So, but we want to be able to put on the best possible show for the fans that we can. So, I think that would be a deterrent to many of the races that we go to. But when you, like Kelly said, save us from ourselves to just not allow calamity to ensue.
Right, thank you.
All right, we'll go to Nate.
Nate Ryan, NBC
Wow,
Sports.
welcome back. Glad to see you.
I've been around.
It's been a while.
I asked you a question at Richmond 2 weeks ago.
I don't remember. You're not like Bob. Bob's here every day.
I'm hurt. When SVG won at Chicago, there was a lot of focus on his right foot heel toe braking technique. Mm-hmm. Do you know how to heel toe?
No, not successfully. I know how to do it and I can do it, but it is very clunky. I am not a smooth operator when it comes to having to do the heel toe. I did it years ago when I first kind of came in. Like I was learning from Boris Said and Fellows and a couple of those guys, just talking with them. And, wheel hop issues with the old car, it would really kind of help subside that. But then we just went to work on the car and the braking and everything else. And to me, every time I'm able to just maximize my left foot for brake, I'm way better off. So I've kind of gotten away from it.
Okay. So it wouldn't even really be worth the trade-off of trying to do it or trying to learn it?
Right. Yeah. For me, no, because like the Chevy guys, thanks to Chevy for letting us come over here. We did a test with some street Camaros around here, and I tried it. Like I tried to do the right foot over, brake, use the clutch, and do the downshifts and stuff like that. And I was like a half a second slower than just using the brake and matching the RPMs for the downshifts.
All right. Additional questions for Kyle? All right.
Perfect.
Kyle, appreciate you spending time with us today.
Thanks.